What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to this episode of Supermoto Sunday. How the heck is everybody doing? Hope you had a great weekend so far. And I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about today, so why don't we just hop on the bike and get going. And the first thing I want to mention is, I'm so sorry about my visor. Look at this. Look at all the dead I should be better about getting this crap taken care of before I get on the bike and get going, but good Lord, look at all the crap on my visor. Anyway. And while the blue Civic almost runs me over, there's two very specific topics I want to talk to you guys about today. Number one is the budget bobber build and updating you guys on how we're doing on the progress on that. And number two is how I buy and sell motorcycles and make a little bit of cash on the side doing that. And while we're talking, we're going to go on a ride through the hood here because why not? So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about was the budget bobber build. So let me give you a little bit of backstory on that. I've always wanted to do a bobber, and I looked at several different motorcycles. I asked you guys if you wanted to see a Harley 883 or the Bolt. The majority was the Bolt. I asked that on Instagram and on YouTube. Alright, so a couple things about the Bolt. I had to order a whole bunch of parts online, and UPS and FedEx are going super slow right now. So let me just tell you a couple things. So we took the exhaust off in the last video and found out the exhaust rings were completely worn out, so I had to order new ones of that from Partzilla. Well, Partzilla took almost a week and a half to get to my house, which sucked, so I just got the exhaust gaskets in. We also got a nice new Bassani slip-on, which you're gonna have to check out in an upcoming video for the Bolt as well. But when I got the Bassani exhaust, I went to put it on, and guess what, guys? Guess what? I didn't have the freaking exhaust hanger on the Bolt, because it had this weird pipe hooked up to it right here, as you see, and the original exhaust hanger was gone. And of course the Bassani uses the original exhaust hanger, so I had to order that from a dude on Facebook. Then I got the new tires ordered. One tire came in awesome through FedEx, but the package was completely shredded, and the second tire was nowhere to be found. So J&P Cycles had to open a claim on the second tire, and that took a week and a half, so I just got the second tire finally today. Then I ordered bars and grips and a whole bunch of other stuff, a new brake pedal, all that stuff, and it just took a long time to get here. So there's a lot of really cool videos coming for that, so please stay tuned to the channel and subscribe if you haven't done so to see the upcoming Bolt bobber build videos. I think that'll be really, really cool. So the second thing I wanted to talk about today was how I make money buying and selling used motorcycles. And guys, this is not my main job. I have a full-time job that takes an extraordinary amount of time, but I did want to tell you about how I make some side money selling motorcycles. So usually I start with checking Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. I sit down on my Saturday nights, as you see here, and I scroll through page by page as I type in motorcycle and I search page by page. I usually set my radius to 500 miles, or as far as I'm really willing to drive to pick up a good deal. The first bike I flipped was a Z125 that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I found that bike for $2,700. It was a 2020, and it was a tremendous deal. It had only 200 miles on it. I really bought that bike for my wife to learn on, but she was ultra busy with work and didn't really have time to spend a ton of time, you know, practicing and doing that sort of stuff. So I ended up selling that bike. I sold it to a nice young family, put it on Facebook Marketplace, took some good pictures, cleaned it up a little bit, and I sold it for $2,900. The second bike that I did simultaneously with that you guys saw on the channel, if you've looked back that far at my videos, was the Kawasaki Z650. The way I got that is I actually ended up trading some stuff for that bike, plus a little bit of cash from my side. Not a lot, just a little. The things I traded I wasn't using, and so the guy needed them and ended up getting a good deal on that bike. So the majority of the purchase of that motorcycle was pure profit, so to speak. So the Z650, I listed it for $52.50 on Facebook Marketplace. And I went back and forth for a little bit and found this awesome guy. He just moved from another country and he ended up purchasing that motorcycle from me for $4,500. So a nice healthy cash profit for that motorcycle. So I took that $4,500 and I started looking again. And of course, yes, I had the money for the Z125, but technically that was Urban Moto wifey money, so she got that money. And the second batch, the $4,500 that I got from selling the Z650, I used that to purchase the MT07. The MT07, again, I looked on Facebook Marketplace, found a tremendous deal. Unfortunately, that bike was located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My buddy James and I had to rent a truck from Lowe's, and we drove all the way to Tulsa, Oklahoma from Fort Worth, Texas, which is about a 4.5-hour drive one way, guys. So we did that drive, and then we drove it back. We did it all in one day. We went and picked that bike up and drove back. That was a little bit of a nutty trip. The Yamaha Bolt purchase was another one I just saved up a little money for, and purchased that. Had a little bit of money in crypto, and so used some of those funds to purchase the budget bobber build. And I purchased that Bolt budget bobber build for $4,000, and that's a 2014 Yamaha Bolt. So both of those bikes, the MT07 and the Yamaha Bolt, which the Bolt, by the way, I already have a friend who wants to buy that bike from me, so when it's all said and done, that bike will be gone. And pretty much right away, as soon as we're done with it on the channel and review it and do some cool videos with that bike, but that'll pretty much be gone right away. So anyway, guys, if you like this episode of Supermoto Sunday, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell to get notified when more videos come out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Later.